guys, it's Chuck the Stuttering Gamer, back with a new video, a different type of video. Well, for me, at least. I know that it's been done a million times, but anyways, today's video, my top 5 favorite Sega Genesis games in my collection, because there's plenty of other games out there that I love that could knock some of these down some that I just don't own. Either they're too expensive or I just haven't found them yet, you know? So, anyways, let's get this done. So, first one on the list, I played at a friend's house a lot when it came out, and I never actually owned it until I was older. That is Sonic and Knuckles. And I've got a complete in-box. Actually, all my Sega games are in a box. I've got a hard time buying loose cartridges for the Sega Genesis. It's just kind of frustrating. Like, it's a plastic case. How do you lose that? Whatever. Anyways, Sonic and Knuckles. I played Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, and I love them all. Sonic 1 and 2 more than 3. Then my friend Renee got this guy, and I was like, oh, I want to play, you know, because I never had any money as a kid. Poor family, you know. So, anyways, played it. I fell in love playing as Knuckles. I love gliding, climbing walls, all that stuff. Plus, he can still burn out in a run fast. Also, what I used to actually do is put because this game has the lock on tech. You could play Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 as Knuckles with it, you know? Not so much Sonic 1, but if you put Sonic 1 or really any other Sega game, and I believe if you hold down A, B, C, and start, you'll boot up the minigame where you run on this like 3D plane jumping over spheres. I used to do that for hours. Like, that was like my favorite mini game to play in any Sonic game. So, but yeah, anyways, this game, phenomenal. And yeah, it's my favorite Sonic game. So, next, I'm a pretty big comic fan. Actually, wearing Venom now, so, but I've been reading comic books since I was probably 10. I mean, I had read books, well, comic books earlier, but I didn't really get into them until one day when I went to school. All my friends had the like Marvel cards, Marvel Universe and Marvel Masterpieces, and I was like, wow, these are cool. Then I saw one character, and he's been my favorite comic book character since then, and that's Wolverine. And some shit fell. Whatever. Anyways, one day my friend Renee, this kid had like every game, man, came to a school with this XMen. Did not know that the game existed, and I was like, X-Men? A video game? What? So, anyways, he ended up lending it to me, and I ended up beating it within 3 days. You actually get two of them play as, I think it's 4, maybe 5 different characters. Although, weird little thing. Wolverine's mutant power, if you use it, hurts him. And that's his claws, which is interesting because before this here, his claws were never part of his mutant power. It wasn't until I think like 96 or 97 when they you know, in the comic books mention that he has bone claws, where that made it part of his mutant power. However, if you play as Wolverine and you're hurt, if you sit there, he will heal, which is fucking cool too. I want to say you could play as Gambit, Nightcrawler, Wolverine, Cyclops, and that might actually be it. I can't remember. No, not at Beast either. Anyways, this game came out around the same time as the cartoon also, so this was a natural fit. You also get these like sidekick power things too, where you could call for backup, similar to a Streets of Rage, and it could be Archangel. I think Rogue may have been one. Iceman, Storm, and maybe Jean Grey. So yeah, but also what was really cool is it also came with a poster, which I have here complete. So right back, come on, it's like mint. There you go, poster. Folded up. I'm not gonna unfold it because, well, that would take like 10 minutes because I'm horrible with that type of shit. I actually have 2 copies of this game. I didn't have many games growing up. This was in my collection and I was proud. So, awesome game. I even have the actual poster from my original copy still. It's torn up, taped up, but I have it in my art bag. I had that hanging in my wall for years. The only reason why I don't have it hanging now is I have no room. So, alright, moving on. I love ninjas. Fucking love them. But the only like ninja games that I had played were like Ninja Gaiden. Yes, Gaiden, not Gaiden, it's Gaiden. And Strider, you know? Well, my friend Paulie, his brother had a Sega Genesis. He didn't let anybody play it. He offered to let me play it because I was cool, you know? He had Altered Beast, Sonic, I think Streets of Rage, and then this game here. Shadow Dancer. This game, it's a shinobi game. Actually, it's The Secret of Shinobi, Shadow Dancer. What was really cool though is you had a like pet wolf dog thing that you could send out and attack. And I'm an animal lover, man. I have 3 cats. Can't have dogs here, but like, dude, I've always wanted an attack animal, a sidekick, you know? This game is phenomenal. If you like shinobi, if you like ninjas, definitely check it out. I've also had bad luck finding this too. Every time that I would find it for years, it seemed it was either missing stuff, beat up, too pricey, or the Sega Classics one, which would be this here with a blue border saying Sega Classics. Pretty much their version of the greatest hits for the older games. I think that they later on had something called Greatest Hits, but whatever. I think XMen 2, which, yeah, that's another thing. XMen had a sequel, but anyways, I think X-Men 2 had a Greatest Hits thing on the side for the later releases, so... But anyways, this game, freaking awesome. Alright. Next is probably the most expensive game in my Sega collection. But expensive doesn't necessarily mean best. But it is number 2 on my list, so what can I say? You know, I freaking love it. I love horror, I love Jason, and I love Splatterhouse. Pretty much, if you guys don't know, it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up. or really just mash them up, because you literally demolish these monsters. But the guy Rick finds this magical mask, and it turns him into pretty much Jason. And you go and you kick the shit out of monsters trying to save your girlfriend. I also have Splatterhouse 3, but the overall look, gameplay, and just overall feel, I think Splatterhouse 2 beats it. Love this game. I've even got it in a plastic because it cost me way too damn much. I normally don't spend more than $80 on a game. This was about $150. So, but it is complete. It looks actually brand new, and something that a lot of collectors look for. It's a Namco game. Namco had their own cases where it actually says Namco in side. This actually has that case, so yeah, I got kind of lucky, especially because prices keep on going up on it. So, but anyways, awesome game. Definitely got to check it out, especially if you like Jason, because Jason's a hero in this. So, pretty awesome. All right. I do have an honorable mention before I get to my final game. That honorable mention being Castlevania Bloodlines. This game, for a long time, was never talked about. It was kind of the like black sheep of the Castlevania games, especially during the 16-bit era. Usually people talked about Super Castlevania or Castlevania 4, you know, or Castlevania Dracula X. Both were out for the Super. So this game, pretty damn cool, and you get to actually choose between one of two characters. One being I think John Morris, maybe, and the other one being Reinhardt, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, John Morris, and I'm looking for the other character's name. Oh, sorry, Eric Lecard. So, although, in my opinion, it sounds really similar to Alucard. Anyways, awesome game. Gotta check this out. And I keep on saying this, but these are like my favorite games, you know? So, of course, I'm gonna say check them out. So, unfortunately, this one is also getting kind of pricey now. I think it's fetching between 80 and 100 now. Maybe even more. I haven't checked in it in a long time. Plus, there's also two different versions. There's this one in the clamshell case with the color booklet. But there's also a cardboard box version when they released it. I want to say Majesco did, and it has a black and white book, which I hate that. So, anyways, definitely awesome, especially if you like Castlevania. Alright, my favorite game for the Sega that I own, and honestly, even if I had some of these other games that I want, this would still probably be number one. I love anime. I love mech designs, I love robots, I love aliens, I love side-scrolling shoot-'ems, shoot-'em-ups, platformers, action games, sci-fi. 80s and 90s anime-styled sci-fi is fucking awesome, man. But I was at Funkoland. That's how long ago that this was. And I only had, I think, like $8, you know? And I was looking for a new game to actually play. And I saw the cover to one, and it actually looked really cool. So they had these like kiosks where they would let you test out games, which was awesome. So I asked if I could test out this game. Instantly fell in love. That game being Ranger X. Mech design, yeah. Basically, it's a game where you actually play as, I guess, cyborg type mech dude. But the cool thing is you also have a sidekick, this like robot motorcycle thing. And what's cool is that you could ride them like a skateboard, or ride them like a motorcycle, which would all also change your moves too. Or if you wanted to actually fly or walk, he would follow you. But the cool thing is whenever you give him a shot, he would shoot too. It was such a cool game. It's an awesome shooter, but it also had elements of like platforming and just an overall awesome action game, and beautiful too. A lot of people give the Sega crap with its graphics. This game, I think, holds up to a lot of Super Nintendo games too. And the sound was awesome. But basically, you've got to save the world from these alien fucks, and yeah, you're just badass. Although to actually use power, you actually need sunlight, and to actually heal, they have these like weird base thingies that you actually need solar power in your battery thing to actually heal using those. It was really cool, man. And a lot of really cool, just unique levels. So, like the sky scraper one was awesome, and the bosses too. They were very unique. So, but yeah, I cannot recommend this game enough. And I think it's relatively cheap still. When I rebought this, when I started collecting, like seriously collecting, I think that I paid $15 for it complete. But I think it's up to like 30 or 40 now. I don't know. I've already got it, and I don't really care about value because I don't ever want to sell it, you know? Definitely check it out though. And I mean, there are other like robot mech games. A big one is like, what is it, Musha? Honestly, I think this is better. So, but yeah, that's it, man. That is it, guys. That was my top 5 Sega Genesis games in my collection, with one honorable mention, you know, cheating, whatever. I love that console. It was my first console that I personally owned. So, there's a really cool story to that too, but I'll save that for another video. So, anyways, until next time, have a good night.